You know about that like this. Legendary. Moment of silence. We're gonna put one in the air for the dog. You know what I'm saying? DMX, you know what I'm saying? We had Simmons, DMX. However you felt about him, you know what I'm saying? However you took it in, you know what I mean? I just been crying and listening to his music, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just celebrating his shit. I watched that whole run they did on BET celebrating him.
Oh yeah.
They did the Rough Riders Chronicle shit. The day that it was announced.
No, still ain't
yesterday, 2 days ago. The whole Rough Riders Chronicle shit. They was just giving 106 in Park episodes when he was coming up and shit, talking and shit, interviewing and shit like that. So that shit just took me back to Madison. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh yeah, here we go.
That shit, bro.
Yeah, I'm sad, but at the same time, for everybody that knew who he was
and what he spoke to,
yeah,
what he told you,
he's seeing who he wanted to see. He going to meet who he wanted to meet, and he finally, you know what I mean?
He
like,
just said on Drink Champs, and it's crazy. A lot of people are sharing that clip now, but it's like I watch Drink Champs, so it's like
4 episodes with him.
So I watched that when he was like, you know, if I was to drop dead today, and they're like, whoa, hey, we like, nah, I'm just saying.
I had a good night.
I had a good night.
Regardless of all the ills and all the bad that was going on, he smiled, he prayed through everything, you know what I'm saying? He did everything he wanted to do his way. You know, you just start watching old shit, people just start putting shit up, and then you remember, like, oh, I was watching this interview with Gabrielle Union on Hot Wings, and she tells the story when she was on the set with him, and he was watching Golden Girls with her and shit, you know what I'm saying? So then you start seeing that side too, but...
That's what I watched, what's the name of it? That's not Exit Wounds. Joint with Jet Li and Gabrielle Union.
What with Jet Li and Gabrielle Union is Exit Wounds, I believe.
Is that Exit Wounds?
I believe that's Exit Wounds.
But I watched
with Jet Li is Romeo was that.
Nah, that's the 2 parts he was in.
Alright. That's what I wanted to get into. What's your favorite movies of his?
My favorite movie. You see, that's the whole one. Before you even jump there, it's like, because we have a demographic of, I will probably, what age do you think DMX effect, like, probably stops us? Like to where
you mean going young?
That. Yeah, because we said it already. 98, 99, 2000 is the time of our lives. High school was
Cradle
fun.
to the Grave.
Cradle to the Grave, I love that movie.
He
tried to fight Jet Li in the subway and got his ass kicked. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the time of our lives. Mm-hmm. You know, before, we always say before the Trade Center fell, it was like life was just, you know what I'm saying? That none of that shit, it was like non-existent besides, you know, shootings and shit in the hood. But besides that, life was fun. Mm-hmm. So I asked, like, where do you think X effect stops? Because remember at the time, even I was saying it like, yo, X is, he killing shit. He the top rapper. He number 1, he above Hov.
Where his effect stops, like,
after
our perm? Mm-hmm. I don't think it does, honestly.
I think
his presence is too much.
Oh yeah, his presence, but
and his music,
but it
changes. Forever.
It changes to where a lot of these kids, well, I would say 17 to probably 25, don't know DMX for what we know DMX for.
Nah, they'll probably know him for like his downfalls and shit right now. Saying. But at the same time, I think he was still like relevant enough, and I think there's no people that ever downplayed him. Even when he was going through his bad shit, his best friends and shit that was doing interviews and was still good, like Swiss and shit, they still telling his good side.
You can't downplay a nigga that drops 3 albums in, 16 months span?
You can't downplay somebody that's just dumb.
36 million albums. So.
Yeah, that's just dumb all the time. Like, the only person I compare him to is Tupac.
Yeah, that's it. The Tupac about ever.
That's it. Like, he's in his own tier because he's lyrical, he's emotional, he gives you a song for everything, he's passionate. And he's just real, yeah. You seen him at his down, you seen him at his best, you seen him with his kids good, you see him with his kids bad, you know what I'm saying? It's just different shit like that you see. So it's like, I don't think it dies down, because for me,
not dies. I don't mean dies down, but to the point where
for us, we heard the music. Yeah, we was listening to the music, and sometimes where it came across for me, real like came across like it crossed like when I heard his music all over Down to Earth, Chris Rock. His music is always in movies, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think even now, even in cartoon movies, if it's Party Up or something, the kids know his voice. Because like we saying how passionate he was, how much his voice just grabbed you, you know what I'm saying? It was just his voice. And then his lyrics.
Even when he did Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I'm dying laughing to that shit the other day. I'm like, look at this nigga. This nigga's crazy, man. But that's how I felt right there. It's Christmas. It's the, you know what I mean? Doing his flow and shit. It's that nigga right there,
so, man. Yeah, I just think that, just to speak to that first before, the movies and anything, because this is a megastar. This isn't just
he was supposed to be
that.
They was trying to make him the next action star in movies. Yeah, he
was the black action star. Remember what DMX was doing in movies, bro? Before Jet Li, bro.
Come on, son. Steven Seagal.
Yeah, and looked at him like, boy, what you doing? I love DMX movies. My favorite one is not Belly.
Everybody would say Belly. My favorite DMX movie is Never Die Alone. I just liked his performance in that movie.
It's either it might be Cradle to the Grave.
Cradle to the Grave.
Because I remember going to the movies and watching that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what we did. You know what I'm saying? So I remember going. I remember who I took to the movies to see that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it was dope to me. Gabrielle Union was looking the best. And
Tom Arnold
was in it. And it was actually his movie.
Yeah, because he had Drag on in it.
Yeah, he had Drag in it. Jet Li was in it. And I thought it was dope. I really liked that movie. So that's one of my, whenever it's on, I watch it. Cradle to the Grave was fire. Exit Wounds was fire, of course.
Was hard. Belly was hard, of course.
Belly is dope. That's the hood classic.
Classic right there.
I have my issues with Belly, but
the best thing about Belly is the cinematography, the camera work of it. The screenplay probably wasn't the best. Nas probably wasn't the best actor.
Say sorry, nigga. I apologize.
T-Boz, she did okay, but you know what I mean? Method Man and Kane from Menace to Society was the best actors in that shit. And
Keisha.
And Buns.
Yeah.
No, not DMX's Buns. The Jamaican dude.
Oh, yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace to him, because he was a great actor. You know
so,
But yeah, that. But I like Never Die Alone just because of the storyline, and it was a Donald Goins book. Mm-hmm. We read the shit. He did a great acting job in it.
He executed it very well.
Yeah, Michael Ealy did his thing in there. That's when
Michael Ealy was still.
That's when we got to really like.
He was still on the come up. I think was that before or what?
That's 04, so.
I'm saying, was Barbershop before that? Did Barbershop come out before Never Die Alone? Or did he do Barbershop after that?
Probably same time. Probably around the same time. He probably recording both of them like early 2002. I believe Barbershop probably came out first, 03 probably, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that was his next movie after Barbershop. I mean after Friday, right? Barbershop, Ice Cube. That was his next movie after Friday, right?
I don't think so. Maybe.
But yeah, yeah, that's where we got to see Michael Ealy.
2002.
Yeah, his acting chops. You know what I'm saying?
I love X as an actor though, just like Pop.
They had Shorty from In the House in it.
In the House. Oh yeah. Damn, she was bad.
Remember In the House?
She ain't bad like that no more.
Somehow things out in the movie.
Things out in real life.
For real? I ain't know those people like. Yeah. That's crazy. But can't ask
What's your favorite DMX track?
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say we can't ask what's your favorite track.
There we go. Let's celebrate it. What's your favorite X track?
Again, Slippin' is in his own lane.
Slippin' is God tier.
Yeah,
that's the reason why I cried. And I couldn't stop crying.
It's the first song that came on when I pressed shuffle on his shit. It's the first song that popped on, and I was like, oh, here we go. Rough Riders Anthem. That shit just caught me. The beat.
You remember that time, bro?
Yeah, the beat.
Remember when Rough Riders used to come through and niggas used to be scared?
I just remember all that shit because of how almost the world didn't feel so artificial. Like every corner didn't have a condo on it. You know what I'm saying?
Or
like
a camera.
Yeah, we had a big ass lot on the corner that we dad played in, and at the end of the week, 3 of us got wingworms and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the music. Cause I hate saying that these kids don't have a moment when music drop and they like, oh, I remember this moment.
They don't.
I mean, I don't know, bro.
They don't.
I don't know, cause we did.
Listen, it's too much coming out at one time.
But if you're a music fan and you love somebody, then you hold on to that. I guess, like people, I think there's some kids right now. How long Drake been out? 10, 11 years? I think there's some kids that was like 13 or whatever in that age range that's in their 20s now that probably got a feeling of when an album that came out or a song or something. I don't know, right? But for us, I always could trace a certain song to a certain day or a certain feeling or a certain time, like when we was going to the party and we all had our jerseys on. You know what I'm saying? I remember hearing fucking it was a Fab song. I think it was Fab and Neo. I think it was You Make Me Better or some shit like that. I just remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it was on a block party or some shit. But DMX, Rough Riders Anthem, probably for me is Rough Riders Anthem.
My favorite X song is first of all, he has too many bangers. Like it's really endless.
We saw that in the verses.
And this is why I feel so great. Not that he's passed away, but that when that was booked, I was one of the few New York niggas like, yo, what are y'all niggas talking about? X is about to bug out. No,
another song that's up there for me is Damien. I love Damien.
No, it's not. I'm like, yo, boy, that nigga's tripping. X got anthems. So, and it shows. The show, right?
Get at me, dog.
Get at me, dog. Stop being greedy.
Stop being greedy.
I can remember a quick story. I can't remember what Hot 97 was calling it, but I know Angie used to do it. I'm not sure if it was Battle of the Beats or Battle of the Songs or something like that, but they used to do it.
I think it was Battle of the Beats.
Battle of the Beats, right? When they used to play like songs of artists that were like kind of on the come up or something and playing against each other. Mm-hmm. And I remember when Stop Being Greedy was kicking everybody ass.
It was on for like a whole month.
Like a whole month. Remember that?
Yeah.
Like they was playing it against mad niggas tracks, and people had to call in and vote. Yeah. It wasn't up to Angie and them and DJ and up. They just played the track. And every time Stop Being. That was the only time it played. Mm-hmm. Was Battle of the Beats, bro. And when that shit came on, son, you could not deny that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, but my favorite song from him is How's It Going Down? The Ghetto Love Story. The Ghetto Love Story. It's from the moment that song came out, that's how I was moving with women and girls. You know what I'm saying? At that time, girls, like, you know what I'm saying? See what
I love every song that he got with the Locks. Every song that he did.
It's kind of crazy, and I talked to people. He kind of inherited the Locks.
He inherited every young nigga that came into Rough Rider. If you watch that shit I'm telling you about,
doesn't die.
They were him. Yeah. And he inherited Swiss Beats. Swiss Beats came in late in the production team.
But that's because his family.
Yeah, and he was like, his
uncle.
Yeah, he was like, and DMX was like, I'm gonna fuck with this nigga because he running with me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he learning the craft right now. So, but that's a producer rapper
duo.
duo.
You sucking, bitch.
That's a producer rapper duo that top 5 right there. DMX and Swiss.
Yes, sir.
Top 5 right there. A lot of people thought it was Cassidy and Swiss. Nah, it's DMX.
And I'm glad with this platform, I've said it numerous times. I don't look at DMX as a top 20 or top 15 now. He's definitely top 10.
Yeah.
And I respect if anybody has him in his top 5, but he's definitely top 10. He's in my top 7.
He has to be,
It's
bro.
undeniable, bro.
It's undeniable. X gonna give it to you. Rough Riders Anthem. Where the hood at? Party up, slipping.
DXL.
What these bitches want from a nigga? Cisco? Come on, bro.
DXL, bro.
Who we be? He had songs for the kids. Come on, bro.
That song made me cry when it first came out. Because he was speaking for us.
That shit was fighting with Bow Wow every week.
Yeah. For number 1, even at the end, I am DMX. I am DMX.
You will not take this from me, baby. I love that nigga, man. His music is too inspirational.
Timeless, like I always say. Music that's timeless will live forever, bro.
Yep.
Live forever.
One of the only artists that really went at it with on every track they was on, like.
Yeah. But whole kind of blacked on niggas on Blackout, bro.
Blacked on them niggas on Murdergram. But Ja Rule had a crazy verse on Murdergram, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Who was the first nigga screaming this murder? X. They were supposed to be murdering.
Some DMX.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to X, man. The fucking
rap
juggernaut and entertainment megastar, man.
Yonkers, man. He bought Yonkers, man.
The hip hop lost one, and the world lost a major soul.
Yeah. They talking about they gonna try for a statue or renaming his block after him.
Nah,
statue be hard with the dogs.
Someone of DMX stature deserves a statue, not a block named after him.
A statue, bro.
Right, and that's no knock to nobody else, not even Big, because I'm pretty sure somebody be like, well, Big don't have a statue. Big is immortalized in Brooklyn. Preferably more the style. I could walk you through and show you
drawings and paintings and everything.
Parks
named after him, everything. He's too ingrained in everything. You know what I'm saying? Big. I mean, you could put a statue by the Barclays. You know what I'm saying? That's cool.
Want to. It's cool, but it ain't gonna move up.
It's
like
it's different for us.
Yeah,
but I believe it's the same for X and Yonkers.
Yeah, but don't name a street after him.
No, give him a nice statue with his dog. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's young. It's not the boroughs. You know what I'm saying? He put on for basically Mount Vernon area, however they call that.
White Plains,
whatever they call that. He put on probably bigger than anybody else.
Cause mind you,
no doubt bigger than anybody else.
Cause on that shit they say they kind of skipped over the Yonkers. They went in all 5 boroughs, hit the Bronx, and then fucking went to Mount Vernon and got Heavy D in them. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Pete Rock.
So DMX in the locks, but mind you, Puff had Mary.
Yeah.
And she's Yonkers.
And that was the key.
That's the key right there. Yeah, that's the loophole. She introduced them to the box and all that. But yeah, man, I'm gonna miss his presence. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna miss everything about him.
Yes, sir. I'm glad we got some interviews from him recently. I'm glad we got the verses off, and he was victorious.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Every time he fell down, he came back, son. And every time he came back, nobody discredited him. Yeah, you got your shows, come. We need you, because you DMX, bro. Like, it doesn't even matter what you going through, bro.
You expert. I think it's just amazing, because I forget about the people that I know, right? And that's connected, and that's been connected for years. Not just the people our age and younger that's out here moving and doing their thing in the industry, but older, you know what I'm saying? And I'm seeing videos and like personal videos. like shit from they stash, and that shit that's touching me too, cause you got like shout out to OG Slice, man, like to see this shit affect him. You know what I mean? These are OGs, bro, and in this day, like you said, God rest his soul. If Irv was alive, bro, Irv would be heart fucking broken, bro. At what, 40 something?
Take himself.
40,
He'd be like, nah, I'll go over them.
you know what I mean? So, it's just, that's what I mean with the effect, bro. I got a lot of memories and, like personal shit that is connected to X. Just like Hov. You know what I'm saying? Hov taught me how to move in the street. You know, it takes you how to move in the room for the vultures, but X taught me how to express. You know me now. He taught me how to express myself and not to be.
Just be you.
Just be you. It. Don't be scared of that shit.
That's what I be saying. Like, he was just it, bro. Like, and then that's what catches me with religious people and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, this is who you pray for. This is who is a human. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if anything, this has been my pastor since 1998.
Everybody can't be perfect, bro.
You understand what I'm saying? This has been my reverend since 98.
Everybody can't be perfect, bro. I ain't know. Like you said, I don't know nothing about Bible verses and shit, but when I'm listening to his album, when they get to that, I'm not skipping that. I'm listening to him.
And I see how it applies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always tell people, hip hop is, I'm not religious.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm of any religion, and my culture is hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I observe, hip hop. Yeah. You're not gonna tell me that I can't say that this is a religion. These are not gods to me, but they are, what's a good term for it? They are kings in this shit. You know what I'm saying? They gods of words. You know what I'm saying? For them to be able to make millions of people and be able to connect and make millions of people relate to what they're going through. That's power to me.
He had 250,000 people at Woodstock singing every word, barking and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
had white boys starting mosh pits, multiple, doing Rough Riders anthem. That's power, bro.
Niggas wanna be killers. Yeah,
right? Oh, I'm tripping. I see it, and this is what I see. I see this. So, yeah, man, this is my religion. This is my religion.
Yeah, man, so rest in peace to a legend, and you know, legends never die, you know what I'm saying?
Hell no. Hell no. And I'm proud, like, everywhere I'm traveling to, and I'm, you know what I'm saying, all I hear is X. All I hear is X.
All I hear, all different type of people, bro. So a group of white dudes listening to him.
You don't know what the gun do.
Then the Spanish people was listening to him. Then the fucking black people. I'm like, yo, everybody listening to X right now, and I love it because I'm listening to him in my ears right now.
I never stopped. How about that? Like when I get bored with the music of now, which I speak on a lot, I go back to my childhood. Like my girlfriend at the time, who was my son's mother, that's what she brought me for Valentine's Day. And then there was X. Cause she knew, you know what I'm saying, what I was, at that point by then, X he was already tapped in. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you know, I'll be late to this. I just got on Spotify, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, probably.
Yeah,
I'm late to all this shit, you know what I'm saying? And every time I get something like that, the first artist I try to find is DMX song, just to put on my shit, you know what I'm saying? Because that's an artist that's always going to be in my top, you know what I mean? Like,
the music just resonates.
Yeah, he just made great music. So, once again, rest in peace to him. You saw a black